I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hello once again everyone, your friend Dynamo here for another video review for you. As you can see, we're going to look at Transformers Deluxe Class Combiner Wars Alpha Bravo. This just is right off the bat of the Deluxe Class series for this first wave. Alpha Bravo is my second favorite of the bunch. If you see my other ones, my least favorite was Drag Strip. Right above him was Firefly, and then here's Alpha Bravo. He's the next one in line. As before, we're going to look at his accessories real quick. First, we have his little card that comes with him. Very cool design on it. Again, I'm not sure who's doing the art for these. I don't even think this is from the Legends game. If it is, I haven't seen it on it, but I know the other ones were from the Legends game. But very nice artwork on this one. He also, of course, has his instructions, which again, I really do like the art and stuff, the detail they've been putting in on these. I love the fact that the images are a lot bigger on it. Here's a little quick image screen of it where it shows some of the transformation. Very, very cool work that they did for it. To me, seems like it makes it a lot easier for, of course, if it being ages 8 and up, it does help. He also comes, of course, with his blaster, which is very cool because you got on this side of the image of it here, you actually have some bullets basically up along there, which gives it some realism to it. You can actually peg this into them like on the other ones. You can peg it in like right back here on this side just to put the bullets in more of a view here. This actually looks pretty cool. It does. If you can manage to get you a second one like this, you can attach it here, and make it look really nice. And he also comes with his foot, or hand component here. As you can see, it's in its foot mode basically. Actually looks like it's got a couple little Gatling guns right up there on the front for it. Again, with this, you can use them on the figure and vehicle mode like with the others, and actually peg it in down here at the bottom, a little hole on the bottom of them right there. And it actually looks really good with them because it actually gives them almost like a landing gear or an extra weapon pack basically set up for them. Also on this, before I will get too much further, I want to do this before I forget about it. There is a third-party company, Perfect Effect, that is doing an upgrade kit not only for this set, the Aerial Bot set, which is going to be a black set, and they're also doing a purple set for the Stunticons, for the Minosaur set for them, where it's a better hands. It's even got more articulated hands for them, better feet and stuff. But they're also designed to be weaponry for them too, as well. Last I looked, I've only looked on a couple of websites. The only one I really saw them on pre-order was off Capture Prey, and each of those are going for about $32 a pop for it. So I mean, they're not cheap. But they'd be probably a pretty good upgrade for these guys once you get them combined into their Superion Mortarmaster form or whatnot. But enough of that. Let's get right into transforming this figure. As before, we're going to transform into his foot mode first. One of the easiest way to do this is right here on the back of the tail section, just like all the others, because all the aerial bots actually pretty much transform the exact same way. So you just pop this section up, you flip it like so, and it'll peg right into the back part of his chest here, which is really cool. That is one thing I really like about these deluxes for these combiner wars. They do peg in, which I should also, before I do that, I should rotate his part around, which you should also, when you do it, you should also go ahead and turn his head around like this, like you actually basically like you're doing it in robot mode, and then flip around just so the head doesn't get too exposed like that. And then you just peg that back in. And then down here at the bottom, you want to flip these up like so. And we also, let's go ahead and get the helicopter blades out of the way. I, like most people, I've just been folding it up like so and just basically getting it wedged in like so. just to keep the blades from sliding away all over the place. Even they still kind of do, but maybe a little pressure would help, let them sit for a better. But there you go on that. You then pop these loose, the front end on it, turn them around, and just peg them into the sides. These little peg holes here. You just peg it in there on that side, and the same on this side. You just use the ball joint, little ball joint that's right there, and flip it up, which it is kind of tight a little bit. But that's fine for it as well. And then this big hole right here, of course, is going to be for his combiner foot. You just peg that in, and there we have Alpha Bravo in his leg mode. Before, I know I should have mentioned this in the beginning, but Alpha Bravo basically is representing Slingshot from the original Aerial Bots, who in the IDW Morning Meets the Eye RID series, Slingshot actually has died. I have read that basically the company has lost the namesake for it, so that's one of the reasons they killed the character off. Basically, the death was contributed to the beginning of the dissension in the government and stuff, basically on Cybertron that was led by Bumblebee. A lot of the aerial bots left that went into basically out in the outskirts or the wasteland area, and in order for them to survive out there, they basically were forced to combine to survive, and that was their first, like, I forgot the exact term, basically to combine to form Superion as a right to survival. It's the only way they managed to do it. But in the ensuing battle, they fought with Monstructor and stuff. Slingshot basically died. Slingshot at the time was one of the arms for him. Actually, I believe he was the left arm, basically, for him. So, but right off next bit, we're going to transform him into robot form. To do so, we pull this off. We're going to leave basically everything like it is, mostly back here. We're going to unpeg the arms like so. We can raise them up to get clearance. Push the back area back in. I'm going to spin this back around, and you want to go ahead and, well, you have to move these out just to give you a little bit of clearance for it, but you raise this section up to help unpeg all this. It's actually also good to unpeg this area like so. It helps you to give you some separation to be able to basically do like the others and just pull it down to, well, it's sticking on me because these pegs are really tight like so, and you basically straighten all this out for the legs. Straighten this joint out, and then you push it back up to link it back together. You do the same on this side. As you can see, the way the joint is here, it's a double hooked joint here. You basically flip it, straighten it out, and peg it back together. You then twist right here at the waist, twist that around, and you already got his feet here. Let's straighten that back down, straighten the blades back up, and you straighten his arms back out. And you basically unpeg the back there. And there you have Alpha Bravo in his robot mode. Straighten him up some. Very nice. He is a very cool, nice addition for the aerial bots. Granted, he's a helicopter, probably, so he's not, got the speed and stuff of the other ones, but he's a good, nice little addition. You can put his gun there in his hand. You can also, like the others, take the double-barreled or big Gatling gun weapon here, and you can peg it in there on his fist as well. You can actually fold that up just to make it look a little bit better. But it looks kind of weird, but it's still, you could always have him if he was in a big battle. He just, uses this as an extra weapon. Articulation, as you saw, we have on the head, you have the full turnaround there with on the ball joint up and down. You do have you could always get that if you really wanted to. The arms, the shoulders can do the same. They're on a ball joint as well. You got the little bit of a swivel joint there in the elbow, which is good and tight. Of course, there's no wrist articulation at all. You got the waist swivel right there, which I was turning the other part. On the legs, you got the little swivel right there. You got the bend in the knees, which it is kind of hindered a little bit, and it will tend to pop loose with the way that it sits. I'm probably ain't got mine situated in there right, but it'd be okay. And then there's just a little bend here for the foot, and that's about all you got for that. But still, otherwise, it's still a very, very nice figure. Straighten them out a bit. And before we go much further, before I transform him into his arm form, I want to point out something on here that I've noticed. Now, two things I could see that happening. This can be repainted, remolded just a little bit into a couple extra figures, at least 3 to my count. I could see him being brought back, repainted, remolded into Blades from the Protectobots, of course Vortex from the Combaticons, and I can also see him remolded somewhat for Blastoff for the Combaticons as well. I mean, really, if you look at this area here, his feet and stuff, the way the front end for the helicopter is, all you really need is a little bit of the aerial bot wings and stuff. Well, not really the aerial bots, but space shuttle wings put on the back. We'll change this back here, and you basically have Blastoff. So I mean, that is a possibility for that. I could see this mold being used for that. But still, that it's there. And I also noticed that if you, at least to me, I don't know if it's like that for anybody else, the head here, I want to try to zoom in a little bit on it. To me, the head can be repainted and looks more to me like a first aid head. So that is one thing to me that I've noticed on that. He looks a lot like first aid in a way. I mean, it can be just a little bit of repaint there for the first aid, which first aid was a Protectobot as well. He was the little ambulance and stuff. But enough of that. Let's get him transformed into his arm mode. To do so, you basically swivel his head back around, swivel the connection joint out. You basically just peg his legs back together. You can turn it basically either way, which I need to clear that out some. You can turn it either way. Turn it this way, or you can turn it this way. I believe this is the way you're more supposed to do it with. Oh, and I just popped his leg off the ball joint there. Because like I said, this area right here is pretty tight, so it's better to swing it this way with that. But there you go. You do it like so, and I have seen people, in the instructions and all, it basically tells you to post the arms like so, peg them back into that joint, or the peg right there. I like that, but I kind of like it this way just a little bit better, just to get the arms up out of the way, because if you had the arm down like so, and you had it pegged in, I want to show it this way with the other side, it kind of blocks that. It can't really raise it up like you want to, like that. But, so if you have it turned this way, which I'm going to swing this around, you see you got the full swivel there. So this is how I prefer. I'm probably going to display mine once I get them all combined and everything. But let's get the fist put on here. You just pop the fingers out there, swing this around, swing that around for the thumb, and since it's on this side, I'm just going to go ahead and peg it in that way. And there's his arm mode. Is basically his left arm in this form. But not bad either. I mean, he does all the aerial bots actually have a pretty cool, nice look for their Scramble City combine modes. You can actually, if you really want to, now I'm looking at it, if you want to, whichever arm you're going to use it as, if you could actually put the other arm back, peg it in just to keep it out of the way too, just to give it that better aesthetic. But not bad. You can actually, if you really want to, you could take his gun and peg it into the hole right there to have Superion hold, sort of, or whoever you got this combined to holding that gun. It doesn't, looks kind of small, but all in all, it's not bad. But we'll just switch him back here to his, which, oh, there we go. We're going to swivel him back to his robot mode for the end of this video. Straighten his arm out there, straighten it there, bring his head back up, swivel it around, and there we go. And there's Alpha Bravo. Do I recommend picking this up? Yes, I do. A lot of the fans out there actually like Alpha Bravo the best. I personally, he's my second favorite, but that's me. That's my personal opinion. You may have your own. You might like Drag Strip better. You might like Firefly better. I mean, but this is Alpha Bravo. But before I sign off, guys, as always, please like, share, and comment below. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And I will post my usual links as to my email account and my Twitter page for you guys to tweet me or email me to catch me on there. Or if you like, there's 2 other websites I invite y'all to check out. One, of course, being the Transmissions podcast, which I'll post a link to that. Great group of guys on their own personal podcast of 4 guys of Cybertronic Beast, who is a fellow reviewer. So I'll also post a link to his channel below to check him out. There's Big Charles, Big C. There's Yoshi, and there's Yakko, aka Jeremy. They are a great group of guys. I love their podcast. They actually post their podcasts up every Tuesday, so be sure to check that out. Also check out TF Select. TF Select's a great website to go to for any of your parts needs, figure needs, and whatnot. You have heard of Transformerland, you have heard of eBay, but check out this TF Select, formerly known as BotFink. So if you don't know the name TF Select, you probably have heard of BotFink before. If you go on there, find a good part or some instructions of whatever figure you want. If you don't see it, post it on there. Tell them, send them a message. Tell them, hey, I'm looking for this part, and you have it, and they can more than likely get it for you. But enough of that, guys. This is Dom saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.